break another long run.
And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds. An excellent field position for this offense. Gonna run it. It's Clark. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Sellers. Here comes the heat. And he gets it away.
Ball was incomplete, and I think you got to give a lot of credit to this defense up front. That pass rush, they were coming on that play. Got after the quarterback, got in his face, and did not let him feel comfortable.
Long way to go on second down. Sellers on the play action. Out wide right, it's Sellers. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Sells to run, looking to pass. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks, that's just ridiculous.
And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. On play action. Rolls right. Fires to the middle. He's open on the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Making the adjustment on the play. Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Rush right in his face. And he avoids the sack.
When you're in zone coverage and it's 3rd down, man, it's eyes on the quarterback, break as soon as the hand separates from the football. You see the slant coming in behind. Nice job making your presence felt. They want to throw those, they need to pay for them. Be physical, make sure he doesn't catch that football.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver or tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. Knocked down immediately.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Powers through the defender.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Might as well run him again. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one squad.
Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Trying to squeak through the pile. How about that pursuit? They stop him right at the line of scrimmage, bringing up 4th down.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
Simmons to throw for it on 4th. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
All over him immediately. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Now just about ready to snap it to start the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Here's Simmons to throw. Touchdown, Bruins! They fought their way all the way back, and it's a one-possession game. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they closed the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing? They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Here's Sellers to throw. Moving out to the right. He'll pull it down. Crosses the 45. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
Talk about saving your best when the moment is the biggest. Nice job in the fourth quarter. Been grinding all day. Made the biggest run of the day when it counted the most. Picked up the first down in a pretty close ball game.
Sets his feet. It's Sellers. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Past the 40. How frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a quarterback like that. They finally get him out of bounds. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And wings it incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. The run inside. It's Clark. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given them a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
From the gun on third down, Sellers hauls it in. Just outside the red zone. If they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Shakes off the defender. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage of the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing, Sellers. Rushes on, and it's a sack.
And you can tell this offense, they just don't feel comfortable running the football. First and goal situation, a lot of times it's a run. They throw an incomplete pass. Second and goal, it's a sack. This offense, they've got to find a way to stretch this defense. Maybe some crossing routes. Maybe throw it up to one of the big fellas. They got to find something better to execute down here in the red zone.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Sellers from the gun on third down. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. What a costly mistake, and what a big play by the defense to get the football back on the interception, and now this offense can drive down and take the lead. Breaks into the open. Gets away from one. He's got space. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Simmons trying to burn this defensive back. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver at his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Now on second down. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. So the defense sets them up for that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They'll need a bunch on second down. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. I believe it's the quarterback, and boy, would that be a devastating blow. We'll have Holly check on that. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Quarterback changing the play. Got to make the play on 4th. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Using his legs, it's Jackson. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. Scooped it, scored it, into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were really disappointed.
It's a seam wide open. He'll be out of bounds. Good pickup on that play, and we're at the 2-minute timeout. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Sellers. Turns it upfield. He's stopped. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
In this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. They'll take the penalty and move them back. And now the offense will back it up 5 and try it on 2nd and long. On the run, it's Clark. Stopped right there.
Man, I'm going to be curious to see this offense down the stretch. That's back-to-back runs. This is a pivotal part of the game. We're in the 4th quarter. Like, what are they going to lean on? What weapon are they going to go to find a way to get across the finish line?
Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here's Sellers to throw. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Man, And this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, and no doubt that's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Making the adjustment. Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the clutch late score that almost certainly will be the game winner. Fielded in the end zone. It's Avery. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Throwing Simmons. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense. And I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go. So you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep and don't let anyone get behind you.
Back to throw, it's Simmons. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays through the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
Got his man. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Here's Simmons to throw. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that.
And how about the defense coming up with a big play late in this football game? Offense trying to put something together. But, man, they anticipated pass. They played with great vision in the back end, broke on the football, Palmer, and they called game.
Yeah, they had the lead. They knew the offense was probably going to have to be throwing the football to try to get back in this thing, and everybody's eyes on the QB. What a great job jumping in front of the pass. Forget knocking it down. Catch the ball, pick it off, end the game.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The give. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play.
Timeout, UCLA.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.